Welcome, everybody, to the All Bullshit Aside podcast with Mr. Bear. This is my co-host, Edie.
Hi, everyone.
And this is episode 10. And today we're just kind of mix it up a little bit, touching some different topics, just talk about what's going on in life these days. So,
Edie? Well, happy 4th of July. That was yesterday. I wanted to kind of see what you did yesterday.
I went to a Dodger game. I went to the fireworks night. Yeah, had a great time, me and my girl. I got some nice seats. You get a little more VIP service. I've always wanted to do that. So that was fun.
What are the seats called?
Baseline. They're a baseline club. So basically what you get is you get all you can eat, all you can drink and everything except alcohol. You have to pay for alcohol. But that was fun. Yeah, I haven't had that many Dodger dogs in a long time. So I was like a little kid yesterday. I was nachos, hot dogs, candy, Cracker Jacks. I was like, oh my God.
I'm glad you made it.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was fun. Just, always getting out of there is a nightmare.
Right, yeah. We're going to be catching a game soon, but yes, go Dodgers.
What did you do? What did you do this weekend?
I went to my favorite spot, Pismo. This is my spot. And with my family, it's a little different now because I, lost my sister and my brother-in-law. We would always usually go to their house or my ex's house, but it was fun. It was different, but definitely recommend anybody who's in my area, DM me. Pismo Beach is the cliffs is a beautiful spot. The whole area, Avila Beach and everything. But camping. If anybody likes camping, going camping next year. So
nice. Yeah, hopefully.
Whereas what's going on, I'm kind of interested in how it's going with between you and your girlfriend.
It's going good. It's definitely different. It's different. Obviously, I've dated a few people. One of the things I've noticed that it's very different than then I guess when I was married was how we compromise. How we just we don't have to like the same thing. They tell you that when you're dating somebody, if you don't like this and that, we're not that's all bullshit. Yeah, throw that shit out the window. Obviously there's an age gap, but I noticed that we kind of like the same music. When it comes to food, there's always a little bit of bickering, because it's like, we ate this already. No, I don't want to eat this, but you want, so we always try to go to a place where
like a new place
they have, or we try new places all the time, but we always try to go somewhere where they're going to cater to her needs and they're going to cater to my needs.
So you compromise on the food.
Because we can't eat sushi every other day. It's like, oh my God. But yeah, that's one of the things I noticed that's amazing, how we compromise.
How long has it been that you guys have been dating?
It's already 7 months, since October.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
But we made it official in December.
Okay.
So it's already 7 months. Yeah.
Right. So 7 months now, obviously you've met each other's family. I'm sure you guys have,
I met her mom. I met her mom already. I met her dad at a party, at a family party. I met the mom, the dad, her immediate family. I've known her brother, but I haven't. So now the dad wants to have a sit down with me.
Ooh.
So it's like, okay, so we're planning that. I'm gonna go to the the family's house or the mom's house or his house, whatever, and have a dinner. So that should be happening pretty soon. I think obviously. My girls told him the situation and he's okay with it, but there's certain things that he wants me to I'm sure as a dad, I know that.
So the situation means the age gap.
Yeah. I don't think he really cares about that. I think he just wants for me, see who I am. He told her, I just don't want to be left out. Obviously your mom knows about him more than I do, but I don't want to be left out. I want to see how serious this is. So yeah, that's one thing. We did plan a trip. We're going to New York in December.
Nice,
so we're planning a trip for New York.
In December?
And that'll be a year and it'll be her birthday. So
nice.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what that means. But yeah, so that's, it's cool to be with someone that understands you.
Right.
That I don't have to try so hard. Damn, when I was married, I was like walking on eggshells.
But okay. So because you were married for 20 something years.
21,
but
yeah.
21. The first year, second year, were you walking on eggshells the first and second year?
I'm going to be honest with you. Obviously, I don't know if a lot of people know this part, but I met my ex and just rushed it.
Right.
Within 3 months, we're engaged. So I got to know her as we were going. So, but honestly, I look back at that, and I look at what's happening now, and I love what's happening now because I'm actually getting to know this person the right way. To this day, she has not spent the night. She's very respectful of, my roommate. She goes home. We see each other when we see each other. It's very different. We're actually dating the right way.
Right.
And, it took me a while for her to introduce her to my daughter.
Right.
She's met my son. Everything's cool. My son loves her. My son includes her in everything, especially with the whole, he's having a baby and all that.
He hasn't had the baby yet, right?
No,
okay.
November. So, he actually included her in the text, and she was like, wow. So it's different. I think obviously because my kids are older,
right?
They see that I'm genuinely happy, so, and, my son tells me, just take it slow. Now it's like, he knows that I'm happy. He sees where this is going. So it's different. It's different than when I was married because, when I got married, I was still kind of trying to get to know this person. And then obviously now we all know the story. I never got to really know this person, But yeah, this is fun. It's fun planning. Before I was like a pushover. Hey, we're going here, and you need to give me so much, and that's it. All right. So I had to figure out a way to make extra money because I was an independent contractor. I had my business. So some months were great, some months were low. It didn't matter. Excuse me. I had to figure out how to come up with whatever I had to come up, and I always pretty much did.
So she would say, "We're going on." Well, you're dating, not married yet.
We're already married.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you had, if you guys planned a trip or something, you would have to pay your difference.
Yeah. I never really had to say we're going here. All right. And I already knew in my mind it would consist of. It was just going to be babysitting someone that was getting drunk every day by the water, which is cool. Everybody loves the water. But for a long time, I hated the beach. I hated, I'm like, oh, it just, triggers.
Triggered, yeah.
And now it's different. Now I love going to the beach. Now it's fun. Obviously, I had a lot of time to go there by myself before I started dating to kind of heal, So, yeah. There's people that I know that will not go to certain restaurants or certain places because it's a trigger.
Right.
I have a friend right now will not go to the Dodger games. He refuses because it's where just, she went to hang out with her,
her ex,
and it's a trigger. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But I think that's like
part of the healing.
Yeah, but I think you can't stop your life.
No.
And do like I can't not go to Cabo San Lucas because I went there with my ex-partner.
Right.
It's like, I'm not gonna, but I get it in the beginning. It's a process. But yeah, but back to this, it's like the things we're doing are all things that I wanted to do. And I never got to do because it was like.
Sorry to interrupt you, but so you're doing the things that you want to do. Is the things that she also wants to do?
So the way we do things is she'll, what do you want to do this Sunday? Because I haven't been working a lot of weekends. I don't know. What do you want to do? And then she'll give me ideas. Okay, this. And then we'll be like, nah, not this. No, okay. Oh, yeah, this. Okay, cool. We compromise. We do. Obviously, I'm doing a lot of things I never did before.
Right.
And she's doing a lot of things she never did before. So now we're looking into like, it's new for us. Like, well, not that long ago, we went to a museum and I forgot where else we went to.
I know you went wine tasting.
Yeah, wine tasting. Yeah. I've done that before, but it was something new for her. But for me, it was more fun this time. It was places that I've been with. I've been there with someone else, but weren't fun. I was just there. Right. Now it's fun. Every little thing is fun. Like we're planning the tequila festivals coming up pretty soon. That's gonna be fun. So it's like things that, I was missing out on a lot. It's like, okay, you same vacations every year were Cabo, Ensenada, and it was the same thing. Just babysitting. It's like, fuck, And I know at times I would come across as I just don't want to do nothing because I just really didn't want to do nothing with you. It's like, this is just boring. Yeah. Like, what do like sit around somewhere, just get drunk, and then what? That's just, I'm all for drinking. I don't mind drinking, but those are the things that I don't miss. Those are the things that I just don't, I would never wanted to have in a new partner. So yeah, it's cool. It's different. So going to a Dodger game now is amazing because now I actually get to sit there and not have to go up and get a drink for someone every 5 minutes. And the moment I sat down, I got to go to the bathroom now. I'm like, oh my God, like what the hell? So it's fun. Now I'm with someone that's fun, that's adventurous, wants to do things and is smart, college educated, still wants to go to school, And I know that if this was to go on further, there's a possibility of maybe having another baby. So I don't know. I totally, I'm open for it, but it's like, you know, I know what, you know, and I've always wanted another kid. Even when I was married, I wanted another kid. But, you know, I was with somebody that just was too concerned with other things. You know, other things were more important than.
So she didn't want to have, your ex didn't want to have another kid.
I think she did at one point, but then it came with restrictions. You know, you got to do it now, before this, before that, and then her job. You know, my ex is all about her job, and you know, whatever.
So now it's different. Now
it's different. Yeah.
I mean, this would be your third,
yeah,
right? And then it would be your girlfriend's
first.
Yeah. So and I'm sure people have probably mentioned, I think you had, talked about the age gap and stuff.
Yeah.
And, but it sounds like, you guys are able to compromise on everything as far as, getting married eventually, having kids sooner than later. Because again, when we get a certain age.
No, and I get it. I think obviously more for female. I mean, you got, who was it recently? Al Pacino at 80 something just had a kid. I'm like, what?
Yeah, but he has nannies and
I know. He's got the money for it, and I don't have that kind of money. But
and, it's also not fair for the child because even my daughter tells me right now, Mom, she's so funny. She's like, I want you to have another kid. I'm like, ugh. But 5 years ago, I wanted to at that time, and I thank God that I didn't. But I think about it now. I'm like, oh my gosh, can you imagine?
No, and I think I thought about it, but I'm like, my kids are grown already. If I had another one and have, obviously, my girl's younger, she's got, her mom. I still have my mom. I think we would have some help and we would have to figure it out. But it's like anything. I figure it out with my son. Yeah. I figure it out with my daughter,
But one thing that stood out to me, my daughter said, Mom, if you have a kid now, she's like, you're going to be this certain age when your child's in junior high. And I was like, oh no. So again, I'm excited for you. If you do, you do. Fight me to
I've thought about it. I'm like, okay, let's just say that, for shits and giggles, let's say that I had, I had a kid in the next, before I'm 50 or at 50. Okay, well, I'll still be working till that kid's about 18, retiring. I'm like, cool. I don't want to have a kid when I'm almost retiring, and I want to do it like at the right time. But at the same time, I wouldn't want my girl to finish school. I don't want to take nothing away from her because she wants to get another degree. Nice. So I'm like, I'm all for it. Just do what you have to do, but we have to be careful because we don't want to, we don't want to be in a situation where you're having. You're having a kid and you're trying to go to school and you can, that'd be crazy. So we talked about those things.
Yeah. Good.
I know it's still kind of early on, but what? Time's flying. And I feel like, obviously she's the one,
nice.
That's the way it feels right now. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Well, that's good. I mean, sometimes some people know instantly, some takes a while, but like you said, all you have is time, right? All you have is time.
That's true.
And that's the best is when you can take it easy and don't have to rush. And obviously you're still learning about each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's fun. It's a good process. But one thing I have noticed is if there's a little tiff or a little disagreement, we try to work on it right away. We try to fix it. Of course, she's still learning who I am. I'm still learning who I am. But it's not like, when I see her, I get joy. When I get excited if I'm working on a Saturday and overtime and I'm gonna get home and I'm just excited like I'm getting ready. She calls me, I'm on my way. It's like excitement. Right. I never had that before. I never even when I was married. I never once had it. I never like I would see like if we had something to do it was fun to go do something, but I never had that excitement like oh my God, I can't wait to see my never.
Yeah. Well, remember, I used to feel that too. And I was like, oh my gosh, you feel like you won the lotto. Like you're like the happiest you've ever been. Yeah. And it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. There's times I feel like, man, I mean, the way I see it at this, I would just, if something did happen where it just, wasn't going to work or something, whatever, from some weird reason, I honestly wouldn't want to do it all over again. I've mentally prepared myself to never date someone else again, to just stay single, not to turn into a dog or anything, but just focus on me and my retirement. And that's it, because I have plans already. Obviously I'm not retiring in California. I already made up my mind. So that's another thing that we would have to talk about. And, hey, are you willing to, move out of, this state with me? And I think she would, if that was a person that, we're still together. We talked about those things. And, But yeah, I wouldn't, I think my situation would be a lot better, where my son's at. That's just all I can focus on right now, because it's just,
well, yeah. I mean, definitely. A lot of us don't, a lot of people want to retire somewhere else than California. It's just ridiculous. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that I'm blessed with the job that,
right.
Is
and you work hard and again, you definitely deserve to retire somewhere where you can actually be able to pay your bills.
Yeah, I know. But one thing I have noticed in this relationship is that I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to try so hard. I'm not trying to impress this girl a lot, I think just the way I come across. Obviously, I'm a different person now than what I was when I was married.
Right.
Most of the people that know me, they'll tell you, he's changed. Well, yeah, I did. I wanted to change for the better.
Right.
I wasn't going to be in a situation again where it was the same thing all over again, Just
you learned and you found yourself. You found your voice. You found what you desire, and you found somebody that matches that. And again, I've met her a few times, and to me, I feel that she's sincere. What I can sense is that she sincerely, loves you. And again, when you love somebody, you want to make them happy, right? It's just you don't want to lose yourself. And I think you guys, her field that she works in, she obviously, it's kind of like she didn't have to really go through 20 years of learning versus, I'm sure she learned it through her, school. And that's awesome because it takes some of us to learn through years.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's like, here I am. I'm telling you guys, look, here it is. This is what happened to me. Not that it's going to happen to you, but look, I'm telling you, because I talk to certain guys and I'll tell them, look, do this, don't do that. Trust me. And they look at me like, well, yeah, I'm like, all right, whatever. It's like people want to go through something and then later on be like, oh man, you were right. It's like, I told you the whole time. Yeah. Like, what's the, here it is. This is what a lot of females want. All females, no matter how they are, whether they're real crazy or they want to act tough or this and that, they all want the same thing. They all want to be loved. Of course they show it in a different way, but they all want to be loved. They all want that woo me, kind of stage.
Yeah. Well, same thing as men, right? They want to be loved too. And
then it's funny that I find myself sometimes like kind of second guessing what my girl does. Like, the hell was that? And I don't tell her anything, but
well, she's gonna know now.
Yeah. But it's like inside I'm like, oh my God. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do something? And it just comes so naturally. And I get it. I'm not used to somebody actually caring about my feelings. Like I've never had someone say, well, how are you feeling? What do you think we should do? Like, never, my input did not mean shit because obviously I wasn't the breadwinner or I wasn't worthy or whatever the hell the reason was. But to have someone now that genuinely cares about how you're feeling, like one thing she told me not that long ago, I came from work late, tired, and we were going to go somewhere. She goes, we don't have to go out. We could just stay and just, watch a movie or get something, order something. I don't forget what it was. It was a while back. Back in the day, that wasn't a thing. What time are you going to get home? This time. Okay, well, I'm going here and there if you want to go. All right.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to go, then go, or if I would go, it's like, hey, I have to work tomorrow. It's already midnight. Well, then go home. I'll get Uber. Like, damn.
And I think about what you're saying and the, meeting you, and it's thinking about like, wow, you were going through thinking, man, is this what marriage is?
But it was, it was normal. Right. I looked at it as normal. This is normal. This is a marriage. Yeah. Okay. It's same thing like tomorrow, same thing next week, work, pay bills. Once in a while, go out to dinner. It was never 50-50. My marriage was never 50-50. The moment my ex-partner started making more money, she made it known that this is mine. And that's it. And even though the house was in both her names, at the end, I think I kind of wished I would have not walked away so empty-handed. But it's like I was thinking about my daughter, and now it's like, oh, man, I wish, not. It's hard for a man to just kind of fight a female for money or for anything. Right. Like I could have been an ass once, and I could have got a good lawyer. Actually, I had a good lawyer, and I could have got spousal support. I could have got half the house. I could have got half this, half of that. But then I felt like, damn, I don't want to. I feel crummy. I don't want to be that dude. Let me just walk away with at least something from the house. Buy me out something, and I got like nothing. And even when I got nothing, you know, whatever I got, it was like, give me some of that. I'm like, are you kidding me, dude? You're keeping the house, and now you want to. And then even after that, it was like, your daughter needs this, your daughter needs that. Meanwhile, you're in you know, Cancun with some guy you met 2 weeks ago. Like, what's wrong with you? Cater to your daughter. So that was the thing. Those were the things that started getting, you know, bothering me.
Right.
And I was like, man, what did I do? What did I do? But then I figured, you know, I'm at karma. I'll just, you know, start over again. I'll start over again. And if I can't buy a house, then okay, then I'll get a nice place and I'll just concentrate on my retirement. That's it. It's because the way things are now in life, it's like not all about buying a house or buying a car. I trust me, I see it. We live in a state that they want you to go broke. It's like they're forcing you to go be homeless. It's like, dude, the American dream is like it's
gone.
But whatever. Like the thing I do notice now, I kind of just try to have more fun and not spend too much on things I don't need. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm still a kid though, man. If you saw some of the things I buy once in a while, you're like, what? It's my inner child, man. But yeah.
Do you think that's why maybe, because I know you've said the age difference.
Yeah.
Do you feel that because you still have that inner child, you know, fun side, is that you guys connect in that way?
Yeah, because we do nice, you know, we have a lot of fun when we go out.
Yeah.
You know, we go out to the beach, we go out have dinner, we go to concerts. And it's like, people don't really look at us like, oh my God, he looks that old. Because I guess I don't look that old yet. And I tell her, you know, one day I'm going to look old. She goes, I don't care. It's like, okay, cool. But
call you
I have fun
Dad.
with her.
I'm just
or daddy. She calls me daddy. Now, I have fun. I have fun with this person. And she doesn't act like a kid, you know? She has her moments where she'll be playful and everything. And it's cool. And I like that. I love that. But
so you're telling me right now that there's not one thing that bothers you or triggers you?
I don't think there's any triggers. It's like, you know, I don't know, maybe there'll be little things here and there that'll kind of bug me a little bit, but we talk about them. It's like, because at the end of the day, you're never going to find someone that's perfect.
Right.
Never. So if I started looking for perfection, I'm never going to.
Well, that's what I was trying to find out, because I'm like, you're saying it's good. And so I'm trying to see where, you know, as a female trying to start dating again is, you know, obviously there's nothing perfect. You know, there's nothing perfect, but it can be better from your last relationship or last.
So that's where I'm at.
Yes.
It's better. Way better. It's night and day. I mean, yeah. And it's, I don't know. I don't feel stressed out. I don't feel like I'm walking on eggshells.
Nice.
You know, I'm sure there's things I do once in a while that annoy her, and she'll tell me, "Oh, that was annoying," or this and that. But it's always little things. It's not all the time. It's just once in a while. But it's normal. It's different. You know, the next day you're good. Not like, you know, where I had 2-3 weeks of silence. Oh my God, it was horrible. But yeah, it's good. It's normal. I think it's normal. I like it. I like the way it's going.
Good. So as far as, you know, advice as single female of, you know, starting to date.
Okay. I mean, I can only tell you so much because you are a female. I mean,
no, but obviously as a male side of it.
Yeah.
You know, okay. So as far as dating multiple females, when you are dating multiple females, you know, as a female dating multiple men, you know, I'm not saying like 10, but
okay, but what does that mean? Let's get down to it. Like, come on. So look, I'll be honest with you. A lot of my friends would tell me, right now you need to just go out and pardon my French and fuck everything that walks. I'm like, I can't do that. Why not? Because that's not me. Yes, did I have some one night stands or not? You know, when I say one night stands, I mean a couple of dates and you hooked up, whatever.
Well, yeah, that's the one I said.
Yeah, okay, so that. But it was like no chemistry, no nothing. You know, shit happens. And it was always, you know, mutual. It was like never just, you know.
So did you look? Okay, so the one night stands. So where I'm at right now, I'm not saying I'm having one night stands, but if I choose to, that's the choice. But was that like a mutual decision?
Yeah, it was always something, you know, I wasn't in a relationship. I wasn't.
But the person that she was like, okay, this is hookup one night. She wasn't like thinking it was going to keep happening.
Oh yeah, I had females that were just like, okay, well now they wanted to have a relationship right away. I'm like, no, I'm not.
So on that question, do you feel that sleeping with somebody on the first date?
I mean,
do you feel like it's like, do you feel like you lose a respect for that person because there's no challenge there anymore?
Yeah, I think it feels that way because I mean, if I go on a few dates with you and it looks like I like you and I feel like you like me and it happens and we keep going, that's different.
Right. There has to be a vibe. There has to be a connection.
That's different. I would meet a lot of females on the first, second date, nothing. It never even got to sex. It's just like, you know what? It's not for me. Obviously in the beginning when I started dating, I shouldn't have been dating.
You weren't
because
ready.
Females were literally telling me, you talk about your ex a lot. I'm like, I do? No, yeah, you just don't know. I'm like, okay. Then eventually I started learning from that. You know, you go away from that. You get to a point where the only time I would need to talk about this person is when somebody would ask me a question or if it had to do with that topic.
Right.
That was it. And then I would just forget about this person.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. When I was talking to a female, I was only talking to that female. I mean, I would probably chat with other females, but if I was going to date this person, that's it. And then after that, nothing. I never did the whole, now I'm going to hook up with you. No.
So you weren't doing dating somebody on Monday. You went on a date.
No, I couldn't do that.
Then on Friday and Saturday.
I couldn't because it was just like, I don't want this to come back at me and be like, oh, he's only on here.
But why should it come back to you? If it was set from the start, then it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is I never wanted to just be doing that as a lifestyle.
Right.
Because I didn't want it to come back and be like, oh, he's to this day, there's not one person that can say he this or he that. No, anybody that I hooked up with would be, it was mutual.
Right.
It was like, whatever.
Yeah.
They moved on. I know some of these females that probably they're in relationships already.
Good.
So it's like, good for them. I just wasn't their guy.
Right.
And that's it. But I think in this day of age, it looks bad on females always because, a guy could go sleep with 30 females, but if a girl he's with had 2-3 partners, they panic. It's like, no, man.
They're a hoe.
It's a man. It's just a man thing. It's like, when a girl cheats on her man and then he, it's an ego thing. But if you cheat on their female, oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Like, really? I didn't mean to? And then when they take him back, it's like, what? So why is it different?
Yeah. It's funny about taking back the last episode we did. Somebody asked me, like, would you ever take your ex back? And I said, well, first of all, I don't know if my ex cheated, but the whole situation, is a messed up situation. And no matter who I invest my time in now, moving forward, they have to be healed. And
that's one thing.
That's
what I was going to tell you. Like, I say, if I can tell you what to look for, look for someone that's healed. Look at their situation. I don't think their living situation is a big deal because everybody has different plans, whatever. Right. If he has kids, because that makes a big, that was one of the things that for me was very hard to date a female that had multiple kids because I felt like, man, not only do I have to deal with different personalities, I have to deal with I don't know if I want to do that. Drama. So that's one thing I would tell you. Obviously, your last situation, you had to deal with the next. I would say just find a guy that's got his shit together. Doesn't have drama, is not doing drugs, is not an alcoholic. Just someone that's outgoing, having just get to know him. Get to know him before you.
But if I choose to,
it's on you. It's on you. I mean, as long as it's mutual, we're all humans. Shit.
Well, I never thought I would be dating again. I never, 5 years ago when I gave this person an opportunity, I was like, this is it. I even told them.
Yeah, I think we all say that.
Right? Or
I was like, I'll never get married again. Fuck love. And what did I do? I went out and spent money on more guns, and I went drinking, partying, this and that. And then one day I woke up, I'm like, no, save your money. You're gonna need it. It's funny. I had a friend at work that would tell me, it's kind of hard for me to say who he was and what role he played, but all I could say is he was in supervision, and he kind of let me slide a lot with my time. He one day he sat down with me. He said, one day you're gonna meet somebody, you're gonna want to go out. Don't burn your time. You save your time. I'll keep you as if you're here. Right. But one day you're gonna want your vacation, your sick time, and look, that day's here. Right. I planned a trip to New York. I'm gonna use a whole week. I'm gonna have time.
Thank you, supervisor.
Thank you, supervisor. But yeah, it's like, and I would look at him like, fucking nuts. What the fuck are you talking about? And now I'm like, damn, I can't wait to, eventually, I'm gonna run into him eventually and say, hey man, thanks. Yeah. This was years ago. This was like in 2019. Because, I just, you gain out of something bad and all you want to do is what? You don't want to go to work. You don't. Right. But I fought through it. I went to work. I didn't use my sick time. I didn't use my nothing. And now I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
God. So everything's possible. Yeah. But yeah, I would tell you, I mean, guys are guys, man. Guys are dirtbags.
It's yes.
Guys gonna come and say, yeah, oh yeah, and just sleep with you, and then
right.
Girls don't really do that a lot. Not that I know of. Girls, once they get in that stage, they get more emotional.
And that's what's hard for me, because I put so much emotion into, meeting somebody. But now, I'm gonna say there's a couple of men that I'm talking to, but I made it very clear. They even watched the podcast, and that was kind of like the first sign. Is like, because I had somebody who's like, "Oh, I watched you," I'm like, "Oh, okay." Not that it's a requirement, but it's like if somebody wants to learn what I'm going through and where I'm at, they're gonna do all they can to find out about you. And these two that I'm talking to, again, are making effort to be like, I know they've watched it, because there's, the episode when I don't post, the teasers I post. And I was like, okay, this one is paying attention. I'm looking at a whole different, before I'd be like, oh my God, he's so cute. He's my knight in shining armor.
Oh, no.
I'm not there anymore.
I mean,
right?
you don't want someone that's like looking like Shrek either, but
well, no.
I'll tell you one thing.
What?
Be more of a bitch in a nice way, though, respectfully. But when I say that, I mean,
well, I'm holding my standard.
Yes,
I'm my queen. I'm a queen, and again, I know what I deserve.
I don't know if that was the right word.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
But be more stern. Be more like but not don't right away just go all in, because
right.
I noticed that with my girl now. Like, she just didn't go all in right away. I was like, what the hell? Okay. It was like slowly. It was baby steps, even up to the point where we both said, I love you. It took a minute. And then, getting to, I wanted her to meet my daughter when it was the right time. I'm like, I'm doing everything right this time. Not that it means that, oh my God, you never know, but it feels normal.
Right.
This actually feels like a real relationship.
And that's what they say, especially in my counseling, they said that most of the time when the relationship's going well, it's just easy.
Yeah. But it's kind of weird, because you get scared. You have that feeling of, what if something, like, you have to stop. But that's one thing. You can't overthink everything. Look at the red flags.
Well, yeah, I was overthinking.
Look at the red
6 months ago, I know I wasn't ready to date. And
look at the red flags. Anything from the beginning, there's something you're like, what? No. I mean, red flags could be shit's big, small. Sometimes we think they're red flags and it's just something normal.
Right.
Because in this day of age, when the moment something happens, break up. That's it. We don't want to work. Right. We don't want to work through it. We're done. But no, look at all those things. Look at the red flags. What you don't like from the beginning. You don't like if he drinks a lot. If you feel he's being shady. You feel like you catch him liking everything on Instagram or anywhere. Like, what? Then no, that's not.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And if not,
I wish you luck.
I told my friend, I was like, let the best man win. No,
maybe we should have like a dating game here one day.
I'm telling you, not just for me, but there's a lot of people that you and I both know, especially online. I think that would be interesting to do. I think we need to invest.
Yeah, we will. Eventually, we'll get there.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, we good?
Yes.
All right. I think so. Yeah, like I said, anytime you guys feel like you want to, DM us any topics you guys might want us to touch on, feel free. We're an open book. We're trying to bring some, different kind of, like topics. We're trying to make it funny. We're trying to mix it up for you guys. So on that note, you guys have a good day. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.